Well, good evening from Amulree on the 21st of September 22. That's right, it's equinox, the autumn equinox, and also it's a switch over from Virgo to Libra today, so we're leaving the earth sign into, I think, Libra's a air sign, I'm sure it is. But I'm not here for astrology, not here for forecasts. I was busy in the garden today. I was doing my annual hedge trim, which takes a lot of effort, very strenuous effort, and especially the fact it's got a lot of dog rose and hawthorn, elder. It's the jaggy stuff at least. The hawthorn and the rose makes it quite a difficult hedge to cut by hand. But anyway, it's done. Quite simply, when I was starting my hedge this morning, I was minding my own business, and well, as you do, it's really just a case of thinking my own thoughts, nothing else. But a huge sadness came across me, and I knew right away, that this sadness was connected to my up and down friend. If it wasn't, if it's not imagination. No, it's not. It's definitely something there. Hopefully one day she'll confirm it on the 21st of September. Sometime in mid-morning she was in tears because I felt it. I just know she was crying. I do. So I'm going to call this emergency up and down vlog for today. I hope she's all right. I do think about her, don't get me wrong. That's why I send so many of my vlogs onto this channel, because I do think about her. Think about the time that we met. Often. I had met her. This is my version of, at least, and in a sense, I think she knows this has got an element of well, I wouldn't say an element of truth. I think she does find it that there's a distinct possibility that what I'm saying is correct. Although I've not gone into huge detail. I don't want to do that because of privacy issues. But I felt I'd met her before I did meet her. Do you understand me? I honestly felt that I'd met her before I'd met her. And when I did meet her, I was probably one of the earliest people to acknowledge that she had a absolutely fascinating name. It was a very unique name. And that's her full name. I completely remember it. I was only told the full name about once. Yeah, and I remembered that her name is fascinating. But within minutes of being in her company, and she in mine, I think we both realised that we had entered, or at least we were united in some sort of spiritual union. I truly believe that that's what occurred, as though we've been searching for each other. I know it sounds very strange and a bit weird and a bit dark, but I don't actually think it is. I think there's a possibility that we weren't so much met for the first time. I think we were actually reunited from a past life, perhaps. There was something very gelling on our first encounter, and absolutely like in a oneness. It's just today, when I was overcome with sadness, I just felt this sadness hasn't come from me. There's absolutely no reason for me being sad. I'm just busy doing what I'm doing. And the first thing, there's no dates or anniversaries today that could have possibly jumped up in me. There's nothing about this date that has any significance for me. And this overbearing sadness that came about me, and it didn't last for a few minutes or a few seconds. It lasted for, about, well, it certainly lasted for about half an hour, maybe an hour. And then it started to fade a wee bit, but it left a lingering kind of thought and emotional thought with me. And I don't know where I hope I'm right. I actually hope I'm right in what I'm saying, because there is no other explanation for it. There is definitely none. I think it's because I'm connected in this. I've talked about it before, maybe not so publicly, but there's a very deep connection that's completely invisible, and it's completely it has no barriers. It's just there. I think, I had a revelation from up and down one day. I had tried very, very hard to dissuade her from joining the nunnery, the convent, to become a nun when she went to train. And I always feel that it changed the course of both our lives, because I think that, I understand that she made that choice at that time, but she wasn't entirely truthful why she made that choice, and this was the revelation that I'm about to tell you. But she had spoken of going away, and I said, I don't think it's the greatest idea. That's just because wherever we've come from to be together, you're making a choice now to part, and I don't think it's part of our destiny. But it was a long, long time later. I'm talking over 25 years maybe, that she told me the reason she went to join the convent was because she felt like she was falling in love with me. And I thought, isn't that the whole point? She'd gone on a different route in life, completely different route, because she was falling in love with me. And I had loved her from the very, very moment I put eyes on her. I know it myself. The very, very first second I saw her, I just thought, we have got a future. I think we had a long past as well, but obviously I wasn't aware of it at that second as much as maybe I, not so much analysing it, but just maybe making sense of it over the years. I just think it was just too extraordinary for just to be a normal event, especially when I count in all the numerological values on everything. That's the way I look at it. But I don't know what the situation is, but she had said to me on a number of occasions that I hadn't there's never any occasions where she had felt that she had lost me, ever. And I think what she means by that statement is that we've always been spiritually connected, and I felt that throughout the whole period we've known each other. And I sometimes think to myself that, maybe perhaps that I shouldn't rely so much on that spiritual connection, and perhaps maybe pursued the person just a little bit more at a given time. But I had to allow the individual to make, I'm talking individual, I'm talking about up and down, to let her make her own decisions and make her own choices, and give her the freedom to do that without, that's love in itself, is allowing that freedom of choice. You love someone, you let them go. You want to be with them, but you also can't stand in their way, and that's the truth about love is the love is always going to be there. So whether you're standing next to each other or you're 10,000 miles apart, you're still in love. Of course, there's been so many weeks and days and months and years now that we've been unable to enjoy each other's company as probably as much as we were meant to, destined to. Well, we have had a lot of good times together. We certainly have had a lot of fun and a lot of good memories. But I would have always wanted to have made more memories, and I think we've denied each other that simple fact of life, that we could have. Well, perhaps we could have raised a family, we could have been married, we could have lived. But I don't think either of us were in readiness of that at any time. And perhaps it's the very fact that we weren't that keeps us so close, and has always held us close. I talk about the figure of 8, what up and down refers to as the infinity symbol. And it's held very true in our lives. But I wish we were much closer than we presently are.